Let's talk miracle knots because I know you have been seeing them all up and down your timeline. But if you haven't, let's get into it. Let's talk about it a little bit. I did create this style using 2 bundles of miracle knots. The texture is loose deep wave, and I used 18 inches. And we'll get into that in the video. I will show you all the details. So let's get into how I installed it, and then I will come back and give you my feedback about the miracle knots and some tips and tricks. There are 2 ways to go about adding the human hair into your braid, and neither is wrong or right. So I'm going to show you both methods. So what you're going to do is you're going to start your traditional knotless braid, putting your gel, making sure your hair is combed through. And then as you're braiding down, you will add the miracle knot hair piece. So with this method, you're going to put the hair in and then just start braiding. So you're going to put the miracle knots hair in. You're not going to worry about how much the thread is showing, because the reason that this is a little bit different is that you do want to hide the thread. It's not really a big deal if you can see the thread, but you want to hide it as much as possible. So with this method, I added the human hair and then I just continued to braid. And then I braided down maybe like 2 or 3 times. Then I pulled the hair out. Then I braided some more and I pulled another piece of the hair out, and that completed that strand of miracle knot human hair being added into the braid. And then you're just going to braid down as you normally would. With this method, you can add as many pieces as you would like. I did about 2 pieces and it really made it super full. If you want to do 3 pieces, that would make it even fuller. So essentially, if you do 3 pieces of the miracle knots hair, you're essentially adding 6 strands of human hair per braid. And that's actually a very full style. So in total, I used 2 bundles of the human hair. And the other method that I use that I feel like would be easier on clients is that as soon as I put in the human hair, I pull one side out before I even started braiding. And you want to make sure when you do this that you pull the other human hair piece all the way down so that you're pulling all the string and there's no string left on the piece that you put up to the top. Then you continue to braid all the way down until you cannot see the thread anymore, and you pull out that human hair piece once the thread is hidden. And that's it. Then you have it added into your hair. This is super easy. This is going to be a game changer for those doing their hair at home and even for braiders. I have no complaints. This is 10 out of 10 method. And then once you add in the human hair piece, you're literally just braiding how you would normally do your boho knotless braids. I like to close out my braid with a slip knot, and I will put a tiny bit of nail glue to close out the braid. And then I like to perm rod the ends of my hair or use flexi rods. I do not use human hair at the end of my braids because I feel like it's just super time consuming. But honestly, with the miracle knots, this is really a game changer, and it would probably make the process a lot easier if you use the miracle knots hair. I think we're going to have to come up with a better name for it, but for now, miracle knots hair. So let's take a community pause, a community break, and let's just chat a little bit. Something that has come to my attention about me having a YouTube channel or even creating content online is that I don't stay consistent. And it's not because I don't have the ability to, because when I'm on it, I'm on it. I actually love filming content, making videos, editing, bringing it together, creating the music. But I think because we live in such a consumerist time, a capital time, we are now attaching our art and creating content so much to it being performative, and how can we tie it into making money, and it just takes away from, for me, the joy of it, the exploration of it. And it's like you always have to be having a takeaway. Like, I can't just make a video to make a video, which I get it. Like, if we want the audience to um relate to it, want to see it, it can't just be like a, oh, I just wanted to make a video and there's no point to the video. But what I also realized about myself in having awareness is that as a creator, it's to me, it's not about what you look like. Like, yes, I'm into the hair stuff. I'm into, fashion, not as much as I used to be. But ultimately, I don't necessarily care what you look like. I care how you feel inside. And with so many different things going on, I care more about how you're being able to maintain your spirit and your mind during all this time, not exactly what your hair looks like. And so it's me trying to find the balance or find a place where I continue to make sure that's what is at the forefront is how you feel when you leave the video, how you feel after you leave the content, and not just another pile of videos to put on top of all the million other videos of people braiding their hair. Because at the end of the day, child, if you don't really have money, you don't have food in your refrigerator, and you don't have peace, you're not too much worried about where your hair looks like. And so for me, the challenge is finding a way to put that in video, because what I want is for people to have peace. I want people to feel confident. I want people to feel like, even though all these things are going on in the world, I'm going to try to find my slice of peace, my slice of joy, my way of being in this life, in this world, in this climate. And yeah, so I definitely want to find a way to bridge it together. I definitely don't have all the answers, but I think just putting this little moment in the video is a beginning of me trying to figure that out. Okay, so let's dish a little bit about the miracle knots. I did not do the method with the crochet, which is what you see all down your timeline. And so once someone asked me, they were like, okay, well, how are you doing miracle knots? Essentially, because there's no knot. But for me, I've never been a big fan of crochet styles. And I always find that, I don't know, my coordination with the crochet hook, it doesn't move as easy for me. So I already watched the video and I knew when I saw the crochet style that it was probably going to take me so much longer to complete than the time that they were saying in the video. And also, I don't have a problem with braiding hair. I feel like my hair lasts longer if I add braiding hair. I don't add a ton because I don't want it to be weighed down. But I like the polished look of having braiding hair instead of just my natural hair as the base for the miracle knots. So I use braiding hair and I did not do the crochet hook. Why this is beautiful and a blessing in disguise is because if you've ever done boho braids and you've done it on yourself, or if you did it for somebody else, you know how time consuming it is to literally pull each piece of hair from your bundle of human hair. Like, that literally is what I dread about the process. When I'm doing someone's hair, I'm usually spending an hour to 2 hours before they even get here just to separate the hair for their style. And then I literally have to sit and make sure that when I'm putting the hair in, it's it's that I'm getting the ends correct, the straight ends are going in properly. It's just the whole thing. And so with Miracle Knots, it has wiped all of that out. I don't see myself going back. Like, I mean, obviously, in some cases, I may have to, but to be able to have the ease of the hair is already separated for me. I don't have to do that any longer. And even as I'm going, it was so much easier to just plop in the string, pull a little bit to make sure the string is invisible. And then it also allowed me to make the hair fuller because I can use one piece of the human hair and I already have two pieces of curls out of one braid, if that makes any sense when you watch me do the install portion of the video. So I absolutely love it. Really love it. I don't know the process. I haven't tried the process of putting the crochet hook, but I know from watching other videos that people have talked about how it has tugged at their hair and it has pulled at their hair. And so I'm not really comfortable doing the knot process with my hair because my hair does tangle very easily. So I figure braiding it in alleviates all the issues when it's time for me to take it out. I shouldn't have any issues. And then what I also love is because of this technique, I feel like it may be even easier to save the hair when you take down and reuse it because it's already put together on the string. So I was just getting so excited about this miracle knot process that they have come up with. And so if you have any doubts about it, try it out. Let me know if you like it. Let me know if you have any questions about it. Overall, I think this is a win-win for us. I don't see any issues with it.